Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with HerballyHipTarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing out there? This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. Okay, before we get into the mess, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you could hit the bell 3 times, give me a thumbs up, because I think you're going to like it here. All right, let's get into the mess that we call the U.S. What's the deal with the enclosed bungalows around the pool at Epstein's? Okay, at Epstein's, what's the deal? Let's say at Epstein's. At Epstein's Island. There we go. That's a better way to ask the question. Just a second. Sorry, guys. Okay, at Epstein's Island, what's the deal with the enclosed bungalows around the pool? They showed, because Congress has gotten more of the Epstein emails and different files, but from the Epstein estate lawyers. And they showed a bunch of the Epstein Islands, and I'm going to read about some other stuff that's just weird and disgusting. But those damn bungalows were freaky looking. Okay, here's the pool. Those bungalows are all around the pool and then all over the grounds. What the hell? And they looked very, they're made out of like stone, like big stone like this. They were all stacked together. It was just, okay, let's just do an open read about those, what the cards want to tell us, or what my spirit guides want to tell us about those bungalows. Clear spirit. At Epstein's Island, what's the deal with the enclosed bungalows around the pool and all over the estate? Spirit, should I use true crime? Lord help us all. Yeah, criminal activity. All right, here's true crime. Let me shuffle and I'll be right back. Okay, I look really weird and the lighting changed all of a sudden. Anyway, okay, at Epstein's Island, what's the deal with the enclosed bungalows around the pool and around the whole island? It was freaky looking. All right, let's see. Open read. Yeah, these girls, these underage girls and over 18 women were trapped. So in those bungalows, you were trapped in there. That's scary. For women over 18, and especially for women who are like 11, 12, 13, what the hell, 15, 16. What a nightmare. A literal nightmare. Everybody, even the girls over 18. I mean, just a nightmare. Cover up. So those are basically used so that nobody can see what you're doing. It's a cover up in there. Nobody knows what's going on behind the closed doors. Lord. So the women felt trapped and they felt they were part of a cover up. When you go in there, you're covered up. No one knows what's going on. Horrendous. Yeah. Those bungalows were nothing but devil energy in there. Oh my God, those poor women and the little girls. Can you imagine how scared you would be? Hidden things went on in there. Shocker. Yeah, I'm sure there were plenty of drugs and poison. Drugs. I'm sure the girls were drugged. Disgusting. And yes, not family, but see the little child? Yeah, there were children. Excuse me, in those bungalows. And what was happening in those bungalows was a disaster. Not natural, man-made, but this is the energy. This is what was happening in those bungalows. A complete and utter disaster, a ruining of little girls and women's lives. And the whole system that created Epstein Island and the bungalows and the sexual assault of little girls and grown women was organized crime, because they were taping all the time and then they would blackmail the men. And I'm sure if they weren't blackmailing them with the fact that they were basically they were raping little girls, if they were with ones that were 18 and up, I'm sure they were cheating on their wives. So they had something to blackmail them with. So that was the organized crime part of the whole thing. Oh, I see why they'd have those bungalows, because they definitely wanted to make sure that everything was taped. So they'd be like, you can't be having it out here, because they want to be you in a closed area so they can have them cameras like right here. Disgustingly horrible. I think these men are going to be outed, and they're going to be left on a cold, lonely beach by themselves. Because who's going to want anything to do with you once people know that you're a pedophile? Again, not life insurance, but look, children. Children were in those bungalows with grown-ass men. Absolutely flippin' disgusting. And home. Is this the US? All right. Let's ask some questions. Clear spirit. Did the little girls and the grown women, did they feel trapped in those bungalows? Yes. Clear. Did the little girls and the grown women feel like this was a cover-up, like they were unsafe because nobody knew what was going on in there? Yes. So each little bungalow was a cover-up, so that you couldn't report on. Nobody knew what the hell was going on in there, what crimes were being committed. Clear. Spirit. The energy in those bungalows, was it nothing but devil energy? Yes. Clear. Spirit. Were the little girls and the grown women, were they given drugs in those bungalows? Yes. Clear. Clear. Spirit. Were they given drugs so that these men could do whatever they wanted with them without any resistance? Yes. Absolutely disgusting. Clear. Spirit. Was this the energy of what was going on in there? An absolute disaster, ruining of little girls and women's lives. Yes. Clear. Spirit. Was this whole thing organized crime because they blackmailed the men? Yes. Clear. They blackmailed them because they were sexually assaulting underage girls? Yes. Clear. Spirit. For the ones that were over 18, did they blackmail them and film them because they would tell their wives they were cheating? Yes. Clear. Spirit. Is this card saying that these men are going to be exposed and they're going to be left alone on a cold, dark, lonely beach because they're going to be known as pedophiles? Yes. Okay, you guys. That's the gist of that. And the major thing we all need to know, this was some devil energy going on. Absolutely disgusting. All these men need to go to prison. They need to lose everything. Their positions, their money, and they need to be in an orange jumpsuit and go to prison. They're disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And I really cannot wait until all these names come out. And Felon 45 is the first one on there. Disgusting. We need to cleanse ourselves. Okay, after that read, we need to cleanse. So let's do some positive energy. We'll use my favorite cards. You guys know what I love. Well, I have several I like, but there's ones that I just love, which are these two, Spirit Animals and Enchanted Forest. Let's do some Enchanted Forest. Okay. Pick up 3 cards off the top. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's cleanse ourselves and get some positive energy going and some positive messages after that. Abandoned Temple. Remember, keep the messages that resonate with you and discard the ones that don't. Abandoned Temple. Release fears and doubts that hold you back from living fully. I love it. So whatever those doubts or fears you have that stop you from living your full life, release them. You guys, these cards help me out so much with my own life. I take the messages and I let them wash over me. So I use them when I need them, you know? I love it. Lonely Horse Rider. Beautiful card. Find solace in the journey, even when the path feels solitary. Find solace in the journey, even when the path feels solitary. I love that. Last message, Pine. Take a moment to pause and appreciate the simple things in life. Isn't that the truth? There's so much beauty around us all the time. I've talked about this before. I'm in my garden and I'll take the time and there'll be like a little hummingbird right over there. And I'll just stop and watch the hummingbird for a while. Oh, it's so relaxing. Beautiful. Or watch the dragonflies that pounce in and out of my pool all the time, drinking water. Or butterflies that are all over my flowers. It's beautiful. Okay, you guys, that is it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Anything you want me to read on, leave that below. Do something to make yourself happy, you guys. Love, peace, and happiness. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Toodaloo!